Hello, my name is Pablo Santiago.
Hi, my name is Isabella Chavez, and today we're talking about the concepts in Chapter 4, Civil Liberties. Civil rights require government action to help secure things as the right to vote or speak out. Civil liberties restrict or limit government action to protect individual rights and personal freedoms. These concepts' definitions may seem like opposites. However, the long battle for civil rights led to a more robust civil liberties for everyone. For example, the fight against slavery eventually led to the 14th Amendment. Overall, without the American struggle for civil rights, Americans would have fewer civil liberties. The right to privacy is implied by the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 9th Amendments, which were ruled by the Supreme Court. The right to privacy is a controversial civil liberty that involves abortion, same-sex marriage, and since these kind of topics are very opinionated, this is why it isn't clearly stated but implied, because of privacy is a basic right. The 14th Amendment grants citizenship to all born in the United States, including former slaves, and it is important because it provides a role for civil rights and states. No state shall deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person with its jurisdiction the equal protection of laws. Key word is the equal protection of laws. Selective incorporation is a process of the Supreme Court selecting a right and incorporating it in an amendment. This is important because the states must honor and not violate the Bill of Rights that have been incorporated. For instance, the freedom of exercise, religion, or the freedom of speech are incorporations of the Bill of Rights in the 14th Amendment. Issues that are faced within the right to privacy include controversial topics in which there may be results of public opinions. An example facing the court that relates to a person's right to privacy is a controversial decision such as laws banning abortions or infringe on women's rights to an abortion.
The principles of community and society clash with the rights of the individual, and the majority of cases reflects public opinion. So community and society clash with the right of the individual, just like in Roe versus Wade reflected the popular view at the time. But then later that changed when people defending the right of life. So they balanced the right of an abortion with state restrictions to line up with the popular view at the time. But the Constitution and the courts are supposed to protect the rights of the popular minority, not the majority. So the due process relating to the process of evolution or the establishment clause, which prevent the federal government from establishing an official religion, which means that the government cannot make a national religion and force the people to practice that religion. And the second clause is the clause of free exercise, which prevents the federal government from denying you the right to practice the religion that you wish to practice. There are 4 amendments that list different rights for those who face police action or criminal charges. Those being the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th Amendment. Under the 4th, search and seizure, this protects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue upon probable search and the person ordained to be searched. Under the 5th Amendment, the right at trials, no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on indictment of a grand jury, and this also protects you from being put on trial twice for the same offense, or be forced to testify against yourself. Under the Sixth Amendment, the right to counsel, the accused has the right to have assistance of counsel for his defense. Under the under the Eighth Amendment, fines and death penalty, this prevents the federal government from putting excessive fines and bails, and this also prevents from cruel and unusual punishment. The single rule, which states that student rights to free speech could be crossed out on if it maturely and substantially interfere with the requirement of appropriate discipline in the operation of the school. Sometimes rights like freedom of speech are limited because they might pose a threat to public well-being or to national security, or also to the functioning of an establishment. The clearly endangered test limits freedom of speech when it incites imminent lawless action and is likely to actually produce such action. The test is hard in fact because in 1969 the Supreme Court struck down Brandenburg Comment, which incited violence against African American and Indian American.